A very warm welcome. You're watching IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 11. I'm Ritvika Gupta and you're here with us on our very special Eye on Dubai series where we get you coverage from the Dubai market. Today we'll be putting the spotlight on food tech and food security. My colleague Abhishek Sen Gupta will be in conversation with Vinod Kumar Kaul, Senior Executive Director, All India Rice Exporters Association. Over to you, Abhishek.
Yeah, that's right. India continues to be one of the world's top rice producers, having exported close to $10 billion worth of rice. And how is it shaping the India-UAE narrative in the wake of CEPA? Let's find out. This comes in the aftermath of India and UAE signing the CEPA, Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, which, if you look at the figures from, let's say, April to November last year, we did about trade worth $57.8 billion, up 27.5% from the same period last year. So that is also a reflection of how well you've done in your business, especially to Dubai.
Yes, if I talk about Dubai or Middle East as a whole, none of these countries except Iran, etc., are rice producing regions. But they need rice, and particularly because of their food habits, the basmati rice gels very well into their biryani preparation. That is why basmati from India is very much in demand.
How much of food security that you helped building over the years, and what you've seen, especially last 12 months?
If we look at last 1 year, yes, for Middle East has been our major market for basmati in any case. But UAE has been prominent, although in the overall context the volume may be lower. But if we look at the comparative periods of last year and this year till December, there has been a fair amount of growth in basmati rice export in particular. From 1.7 lakh tons, we have grown to 2.24 lakh tons this year. And we hope that we will be crossing around 3.5 lakh tons this year, only to UAE. But Middle East has been 80% of basmati rice. In non-basmati, Africa is the largest, Middle East is not as big. And you must be knowing that basmati is not a product which grows anywhere in the world. It's only in a defined region in India and Pakistan only. India has 80% share. And that is the most preferred rice for biryani preparation in Middle East and UAE. Now, if you talk about food security, it has been very pertinent since the COVID times, because you know that in COVID time, major exporters of rice like Thailand used to be number one, yes. Vietnam, and to some extent Pakistan, yes. But these are countries which banned export for some time because of overall situation that was emerging. India was the only major player which never banned or restricted rice exports. So what came as a result is that most countries which were buying from other origins, they shifted to India and started looking at India as a source for their food security. And India became top exporter, and we have maintained that trend. Food will always continue to be in demand, and UAE has also been growing. But what I was telling you is an interesting fact is that over last 2 years, this has been for the first time in the history of Indian exports of rice that non-basmati sector has overtaken basmati rice in terms of overall value, but volume wise non-basmati is almost 3 times higher. It's less in value, but still overall in overall terms it has overshot basmati. This year there were fears of severe drop in production, but the current projections are much better than last year. So that is good thing that science and technology does for massive crops like rice.
And how have you seen these trends change here in Dubai? You've been coming to Gulf Food and Dubai in general over the years.
Yes.
How do you see the ease of doing business in Dubai and and how it has grown over the years?
I think there are positive signs. To be very frank with you, why I'm saying so that about 3 months ago, I was here for a different meeting with the Ministry of Environment here. We saw a distinct change. The way government, senior government officials were very proactive, and they were willing to be considerate in understanding our views and taking quick decisions. That is something which is helping ease of doing business, and that trend is continuing. And my feedback also is that government here is very proactive and looking for result orientation rather than that stagnant kind of thing. They're looking for result orientation, which is very good. And with India, UAE always had excellent relationships, and that is all that augurs well for the overall trade, not only of rice. Businesses will grow, and they treat Indians with utmost respect in any case.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I know I did say that was the last question, but I wouldn't let you go before you spill the beans. If you have any future plans, because you are the umbrella body of rice exporters across India.
Yes.
You work, a lot of them are manufacturers, a lot of them actually produce in their own farms.
Yes.
Have you had talks, or have you had any sort of set your sights on doing business here in Dubai in the near future? And if yes, what kind of setup will that be? Will it have farms? Do you see that possibility in the near future?
As I said, ease of doing business is good here. It is improving. But when you talk about owning farms and cultivating rice, that I see as a distant dream, because rice needs specific kind of conditions, natural resources, water, then climatic conditions. They can't be harsh to the crop. Technology can do anything. If you see greenery here, you couldn't have anticipated it maybe 30 years ago. It has happened. Anything can happen because technology keeps growing, science keeps improving. There are all possibilities that one can see. But still, I feel that as far as rice production and demand is concerned, it seems to be still a little distant dream. Yeah.
So that's one trend which you saw definitely
Yes.
changing the way
Yes.
this industry will work. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. It was nice talking to you.
It was a pleasure, and we wish you all the luck. I hope to see you soon around the same time.
Yes.
It's time for a quick break here. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back to IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 11, and you're watching our very special Eye on Dubai series, where we get you coverage from the Dubai market. Right now, my colleague Abhishek Sen Gupta will be in conversation with Jayan S. Mehta, Interim Managing Director Amul, and Vignesh Kumar, Executive Vice President, WayCool Foods and Products.
Operation Flood still continues to be one of the world's largest rural development programs. And talking about food security, one company that's been at the forefront of it all has been Amul, a company that's been doing business here in Dubai for over 50 years. Let's find out. How your business, as far as Dubai is concerned, has grown over the years. Of course, you're a legacy company. You've been doing business for over 7 decades as far as Amul is concerned. How long has that association been with Dubai, and how have you seen it grow?
Thank you so much for having me here today. As you are aware, Amul is a cooperative of 3.6 million farmers spread across 18,600 villages of Gujarat and bringing in about 10 billion liters of milk. So it's the 8th largest dairy company in the world, and with a turnover of $8 billion, it's doing pretty well both within India and abroad. Dubai, Amul has been exporting to Dubai for more than 5 decades now. Our products are extremely popular in this entire region.
That's even longer than UAE has existed as a country.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And I first visited UAE where I've been working with Amul for now 32 years. So about 30 years back, I first visited here. We set up our office here at Jebel Ali Free Zone in 1996. And ever since then, we have been growing our presence, not only in Dubai, but the entire GCC region. So it's been a great market for us. And with the kind of affluence UAE has and the requirement of dairy products it has, I'm sure India and UAE, and particularly Amul and UAE, can become very, very strong partners in the future.
Yeah, and talking about food tech, of course, we have an eye on sustainability, and of course, looking at how we cater to the mass here in the region. What are the new trends that you've seen, or you as Amul, you think you've introduced, and if some of them have come to Dubai, what are those food tech trending ones?
Some of the things which are catching on with the young generation, not only in Dubai, India, or everywhere in the world, is the craze for protein. And the best source of protein is the milk protein. This is basically coming out of manufacturing of cheese. The cheese gives you the best protein, which is the most bioassimilable form of protein. So at Amul, we are looking at this product concept in a very, very different way. We are coming out with a range of beverages. If you can consume a packet of a lassi or a buttermilk or a milkshake, you get 15 gram of protein per serving. So this is the best form of nutrition which the young generation or anybody who is conscious about protein would get. Amul is in forefront of several technologies of processing such a large volume of milk. With 10 billion liters of milk growing at a rate about 10 to 15% year on year is actually a strong strength we have with the might of our farmers, the smallholders, to the 1.4 billion consumers in India, and we are exporting to more than 50 countries around the world, including the entire GCC.
Where do you see Dubai in terms of being self-sustainable, and how have other companies and how Amul has led those Indian companies in making Dubai a very self-sustainable Emirates, UAE a very self-sustainable country as far as food is concerned?
If agriculture requires different set of resources. Given the climatic conditions here, which is comparable to many parts of India also, it is at times a bit expensive to produce food the way and the variety of food that the 180 country citizens in this living in this city. So that way one looks at trying to tap the strengths of the neighborhood countries, see what the best you can bring from there, and then build on the expertise of presenting it in a way the country wants. So this is where I think Dubai is very good at. Gulf Food as an exhibition, AIREA also has evolved itself into a form in which you are trying to showcase what the country has to offer in terms of the cuisine and its raw material and the ingredients which come from the best different parts of the world, source from who's very good at it, and then create a market for it.
Bulk of your business has been to bring your products, ready products, here in Dubai. But have you ever considered setting up a manufacturing unit here? Considering there's so many farms and we are looking at futuristic technologies to sort of produce here in our own lands. Have you considered that?
We have had several set of discussions with the investment boards here. We are looking at the regulations here. If we are the best form of serving this market would be if we are able to bring in the fresh milk from India, which is Gujarat, which is very close to us.
Which is where you're based out of.
And we are collecting, say, such a large volume of milk, which is about 30 million liters a day. If we are able to bring it fresh and process it in the variety of products that you want, be it laban or curd or fresh milk in a variety of forms, that will be our best way to serve the market here. So we are working with several of the industry bodies who are guiding on the policies, the ministries, and also the processors, so that we are able to work together on this. Maybe a day will come which you will see freshly packed Amul milk available in the shelf here. Long life products are already there, but that's the way forward as far as we are concerned. To build our presence in Dubai, in UAE, and build on this relationship. So we are taking the first step now. I mean, we were in the free zone. Now we are setting up a local company. We are registering as a local company here, which the new rules have permitted us. We have a warehouse of the entire range of more than 500 SKUs of Amul products available here in this country, and we will sell it more extensively. And the next step will be obviously local manufacturing of fresh products, and that's where, and perhaps ice creams also, and that's what will make us a very, very strong local brand as such.
How do you predict your future, the next 6 months in the wake of SEPA? How has that impacted positively in your line of industry, and where do you see over the next 10 months?
So good part of such agreements is that there is a seriousness on both sides. The companies, look at the government policies, look at the way in which the policies support the businesses on both ends, and that's what you see as a jump. The 27% increase is just the beginning, to the best of my knowledge, because the kind of products India has to offer and kind of the goods this market can absorb, there's no limit to it. You will get an international exposure, international prices for their products, and it will lead to growth of both economies. Dubai, as I mentioned, is the closest Indian partner and a city which reflects the global ambitions.
Exactly.
And that's what, the way in which Indian cities and metros are growing, Dubai is equivalent of a close neighbor and a close partner to this. And I'm sure when we meet a few years down the line, the results will be much more evident than what they are today in just 1 year of this free trade agreement.
Thank you so much for talking to us. We wish you all the luck and hope to see you very soon with fresh Amul products on the shelves across Dubai. The foods tech industry has been one of the biggest beneficiaries of the comprehensive economic partnership agreement between India and UAE signed last year. And one Indian company that's taking that forward is WayCool. That's currently feeding 1 million people on an average per month and has the capacity to go 3 million or even more just with the use of AI and tech. Now, how are they doing that and what's their plan for Dubai? Let's find out. Mr. Vignesh Kumar, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, Abhishek. It's a pleasure to meet you here.
You are the Executive Vice President and Head of Contract Manufacturing of a company called WayCool, which is, to our listeners, India's largest tech-enabled agri supply chain company. There are not too many companies like WayCool, and I was just having a chat with you. You did mention that you currently do about 1 million packs on an average per month, but you have a capacity of 3 million. You can go up to 3 million. Now, you could have done all of this without innovative food tech solutions. If you can talk us through some of the latest innovations that you've introduced with an eye on Dubai, because Dubai is your next big frontier, I'm told.
That's right. So let me give a little bit of context about what WayCool is and then bring about where contract manufacturing plays a role in this. As you rightly said, we are one of India's largest tech-enabled agri-supply chain company. We are essentially a full-stack agri-value chain player, agri-supply chain company. What I mean by that is we do the entire set of activities right from soil to sale. So we have multiple units within the organization which are focused on each elements of the supply chain. The logic being, there is a lot of wastage which happens across the agri-value chain, and this can be solved only when the different parts of it actually operate in tandem, and there are different solutions needed for each part. We do a whole host of technology interventions in physical technology like automation on the shop floor, etc., information technology where we have different applications, and also farm-related technology related to shelf life increase, rot sensing, early disease detection, assaying, etc. Now, Sensor Next provides a whole host of offerings on the technology related to information technology. We also have our own consumer brands where specific products are processed by us and introduced in our own brands. And this vertical is called contract manufacturing. This is only one of multiple organizations within WayCool. This is focused on bringing the best of our technology to all the customers out there, whether they are retailers, whether they are e-commerce players, whether they have standalone supermarkets or they are processors.
You've had a Dubai office about a year old, but I guess from here on you're looking at a wide expansion. I want you to talk us through A, your plans for Dubai and the wider region, and B, why you chose Dubai. Is it because of the ease of doing business? Is it because of the overall geography of the place, the demographics, and everything put together.
We strongly believe in the opportunity which Dubai offers in terms of doing business and also having a good demographic profile here with a very discerning customer base. In fact, the food market in UAE itself is about $40 billion, which is fairly large. And we do understand the kind of requirements which the customers have, and we can tailor it to the grades which they want.
In fact, it's interesting that you mentioned the technologies that you've employed in recent years. One of them is the grading for your crop and produce overall, AI enabled. There you go. That's tech, on the surface of it, and that's a new tech that you're introducing for the market in Dubai. You're saying.
Yes, we've been using this tech for some of our customers in India. We thought, what better opportunity than Gulf food, where a lot of people across the globe come and visit, to introduce this for the UAE market as well. That's one of the things we are introducing. The first time we are also offering contract manufacturing as a service over here, and from the technology side we are offering this high-grade product, and we also have from our stables boiled ready-to-eat lentils from our Frenchies brand, which is made available.
What sort of demand you're noticing or you're anticipating in the year 2023? This is the year after SEPA was signed, so it has spurred on many businesses, it has spurred on growth as far as trade between the two countries concerned. So I want you to wrap this up with your personal sort of assessment on how do you see the market going as far as demand is concerned.
There are a lot of factors going well for the demand, because after a couple of years of COVID-related disturbances, etc., the worldwide the demand, and especially in food, is likely to keep going up. And as the consumer is only getting more and more discerning, we do see a large market always for the near future for very quality products processed in a very ethical and quality-driven manner. We see excellent demand going forward for anybody in this space, and we would like to be one of the leading players in kind of ensuring we are able to cater this demand to the significant UAE market. That would be
We wish you all the luck, Mr. Vignesh Kumar, and we hope to see WayCool grow a lot bigger than you've already anticipated, and hope to see you very soon, maybe around the next time Gulf Food is here.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you for talking to us.
Appreciate it.
With that, it's a wrap on this episode of IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 11. We hope you enjoyed the conversations. Thank you and goodbye.